Morning, guys. Hello. I've just finished my meditation and it is still cold, but just wanted to jump on and share with you what happened last night. So, I did my inspection for my very stubborn room, and one of the questions that I got from this potential strong candidate is that they wanted to have sleepovers. So they've got a partner. Morning, David. Hello. So they asked whether they could have their boyfriend over once in a while. And with most of my homes, I don't usually allow it uh, for the purpose of not overcrowding it. And so I was kind of at the point in time like, oh, he's really interested, and I was kind of caving in, and I thought, look, let me check with the housemate. But in reality, I'm just checking with myself. I'm not really checking with my housemate because end of the day, I need to be comfortable with it, but I just wanted some time to think about it. So then I'm thinking, well, at times like this when it's been hard to fill a room, and do you compromise on some of the house rules that you had before that were so strict that I probably cut out a lot of the market share? Because a lot of people and reasonably want to bring home their new boyfriends, their new girlfriends, new partners, whatever, and there is a market out there, right? That needs to do that. And I have cut out a lot of that market share so that I could operate a house where there is no fighting or overcrowding. Because what happens when you have strangers coming to the house, they don't care about house rules, they don't know the house rules, and then they upset the other housemates that actually live there. So I have a very strong rule when it comes to guests staying over. And I've also heard stories where housemates have abused that rules by having their friends from overseas stay over for like a few days. Sorry, I'm just fixing my hair here. And they end up staying there for weeks, and it really affects the housemates. And people are generally quite nice about it, and housemates, that particular incident, the housemates are tolerant for about it for a few days, and then when it goes on to weeks, they get really upset. That wasn't one of my houses, one of my colleagues' house. And so I've always maintained this no sleepover rule. But when times are hard and kind of desperate at the same time, do you compromise on some of the quality that you put into your products? In my case, it's quality of housing, where I don't allow sleepovers, and I'm able to maintain a certain level of quality to my products, and a lot of my housemates like that. So I don't know, you would have seen some products out there now, even toilet paper rolls apparently have become smaller. They're obviously compromising on size or quality in order to make up the profits that they've lost recently because of COVID. I'm not sure what profits they've lost. I mean, they've been selling heaps during COVID, but somehow or other companies are cutting costs and compromising on quality, quantity, whatever it is, in order to increase their profitability because of the tough times right now. So for me, as a business, should I be kind of doing the same thing? So look, I'm still in two minds. I'm still thinking, but I'm probably erring of really putting my foot down and really being really strict and not compromise on something that has worked really well for me in the past. And just because times are a little bit tough, I shouldn't compromise, because there's a reason why I have that quality. The reason for that is to avoid fights. So if I were to compromise on that quality, I could have people coming in and making my housemates upset. Morning, Brett. We're just talking about compromising quality, quantity for products in times of COVID, and whether that's the right thing to do. David's like, if the other housemate have no problem with her boyfriend, would you allow? Well, that's the thing, David. It's a hard one. I mean, everyone generally, I find, are nice people, and they would allow it because people are just generally nice. But the problem comes when guests have not read the house rules, because they're not used to living in a house that necessarily have the same house rules as you, and they upset the other housemate when the other housemate have to live there following house rules, whereas the guests coming in don't care about house rules, because they're like, well, you can't kick me out because I don't live there, so they don't follow the house rules. And some of the house rules could be things like not making noise, not making a mess, washing dishes straight after, you know, things like that. So those are just some of the house rules that could upset other housemates. So that's one of the things. There is one that I did allow, but on the proviso that they don't come over that often, but also the fact that that room used to be a couple's room. So in some way she's renting the room as a couple, but really her other half is not really there. So in that sense I have allowed it, but still it's a bit of a fine line. But I only allowed it because it was a couple's room to start with, and they don't come over that often. So yeah, it's a hard one really. Jeff is not a problem until it's a problem. That's right. And David's like, yes, you never know what her boyfriend will cause or bring into the house, drugs, etc. Yeah, that's right. Because yeah, one of my house rules is no drugs, no parties. But the thing is, the housemate all knows that, but the guest won't. And the guest is like, well, who cares? I'll bring the drugs in. You can't kick me out, you know, because I don't live under your house rule. So, you know, that's another problem. And Jeff goes, then once it's a problem, the genie is out of the bottle, so to speak. Yeah, it's too late by now. It's like losing it. Genie's out the bottle. So anyway, guys, I thought I'd just leave you with that. It's a hard one, you know. But yeah, anyway, definitely a hard one. Still thinking, but it's a fine line. So anyway, guys, beautiful day today. I'm gonna head off now to get my coffee. Got a bit of a rest weekend before I start my new group next week, a new Mac challenge. I'm glad some of you are coming back to join me on the challenge next week, but this week we have a bit of a rest before we start it all off again with new members, new clients. Next week will be so exciting. And talk to you later. Bye.